Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Sandy if you happen to be new, and welcome. I'm so happy you are here. I am loving this Paper Terrace Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. It has been so much fun. I've been watching everybody else's videos. There's probably more I need to go watch, but I have been so enjoying everyone's take on the challenge and what items they've purchased at the Dollar Tree and the creativity. It's been so fun, and I really love, there were so many, this was their first time to ever make a journal, and seeing that this challenge inspired them, I think that's awesome. And shout out to Jessica for motivating people. I think that is so cool. So I'm gonna do some more page ideas in my journal and share them with you. And I have a few videos I've already done, and I'll link those down before in case you missed them. But yeah, let me just jump in and show you a few pages or a few decorations that I've been working on. One of them I wanted to talk about were these seed packets. I don't know if anyone picked these up for $1. And I got to thinking, well, I'd like to use them more than once, and with the budget of only $20, I couldn't buy, very many of these. So I just bought one set of 4. But I got to thinking, what if I scanned them in and then printed them out? So here I scanned them in. I've already used one of them, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I thought, what a great idea to be able to have more flower images to use in my spring journal. And then the other cool thing when you scan these things in is you can change the size of them. So I made these big. I'm going to try to use these on a page, one big image on a page. And then you can also make them smaller. And there's usually a setting on your in your printer directions, like when your printer window pops up, it'll ask you how many copies you want on a page. And so you just change that. So here I changed it to I wanted 4 copies. And so I got 4 copies of these 2 seed packets. So I think just wanted to share that with you all, as if you're struggling to have some images in your journal. So you could do this for images you found like in book pages or on greeting cards, lots of different options there. So I wanted to share that with you all. So I did the cover last time. What I added here is I added this little cluster, and I just put 2024 right there. Another thing I have done is here, this just had the title on this page, and so I took one of my watercolored doilies and then I put a sticker on there. So very simple. So each page doesn't have to be super elaborate. The other thing I've done is I've kind of gone in and penciled in maybe some ideas of how I want to decorate the pages, and I think that'll help me kind of finish things up. This is another page that I've done where I just took a doily and I just cut it so it would fit on this page, and then I took that seed packet image and I just cut it or tore it out and then layered it up, and then I did a little stenciling with my butterfly stencil. So again, nothing fancy, but I think it's a great use of these items from Dollar Tree. Another page I've done, so I did these 2 with y'all in the last video, but I thought this was kind of just a fun, easy page. So I just took some of my watercolored papers and then some tissue paper, and then I stamped on them and stenciled, and then stamped and stenciled on the background. And I think that's just a fun, easy way to decorate up a page. And then here's another one that I did where I punched out a bunch of circles. These are papers from the paper pack, and then also some watercolored papers. And then I glued them first, and then I sewed it down. And then I glued it to the page. So the next page I wanted to show you, this one I thought was really kind of fun. So again, these are, you'll have to go back and watch my first video where I made this altered book. And so these are all going to be pockets. And on this one, I got the idea of thinking it would be fun to do a cutout, because these 2 pages I'm going to glue them together to make them a top pocket. And so I cut this out. I sized up the size of my seed packet images so I knew how big to make my opening. And then I didn't have any acetate from the Dollar Tree, but we have this plastic packaging, sorry for the glare, that we can use. And so I cut out a piece of that, and then I glued the acetate to the page, and then I glued the seed packet image to the page. So then you have this fun little window. And then I just had fun with my stencil and my stamps and decorated the page up. And then I got to thinking about the lace, so I only have white lace. Well, I got to thinking that we could use our inks and color them up. So I just did a shaded lilac color right here. And I may go back and add a little bit of pink to it. But I thought that was an awesome way to get some different color lace into our project. And then I will just glue, since it's the top loading pocket, I just need to glue down this side and down this side. So, and then that one will be ready to go. And then, I'm trying to think, oh yeah, and then on this one, I did this on a previous video, show you how to did it, but I added a little bit of lace and just a little scrap piece of watercolor paper behind this hummingbird. And the lace, I colored it blue with my inks. And then the last little page that I worked on since our last video was this back. This is the back, not the inside cover, but right next to it. And it's just, it was all, you know, blank white pages. And so I thought this blue watercolor doily would be cool here. And then I can add some additional elements around here if I want to do some stamping or stenciling. But I kind of like the look of it just like that. I think that's kind of fun. So I'm going to do a couple more pages with you guys, and then we'll kind of wrap up this video. So I'm getting really close on finishing this up, and my plan is the pages that I've done thus far, I'm just going to kind of repeat these in a little different method for the rest of the pages, and then that way I should be able to knock out the rest of the book fairly quickly. Because so far I really haven't repeated a design, and I probably have like 10, maybe 10 different designs in here. So let's get going on the next page that I'm going to decorate. For this page, I wanted to do an envelope flip out, but then I wanted to decorate this page up. And again, these two are going to be glued together to make a top loading pocket. So I thought it would be interesting if I put the flap in between these two pages. That way you don't see it on this side. You could have it show on that side, it's no big deal, it happens all the time, but since I was doing this altered book, I thought I would try that. But before we get to the pocket, I want to decorate up the page. And again, I wanted to use one of these big seed packet images, and I am going to put that on this page here. I want to do a little more inking on the page, and then I'm going to put this right here, and then I'm taking a piece of my doily and I'm going to put it down here like that. So you could also make this a pocket and just glue down the three sides and make it a top loading pocket. You could make it a side loading pocket, but it could be a little tricky to get stuff in and out of it. And you could also glue your envelope to underneath this image as well. So lots of different options there. So I am going to glue this down, and actually I need to glue my lace down first. So I want to mark this. Oops. So I want the lace to be right about here and right about here. So I hope y'all are having a good day. I am having an okay day. I'm filming this on a Friday. I think my allergies are just really, really bad. Because I have been having a headache off and on, sneezing. So I took some Claritin and I took some Advil, and then I ate some lunch, and I definitely feel much better. And I'm going to have this hang off the page. And then we'll glue this down. And you don't have to sew. I just wanted to. You could take a marker and draw stitching around the edges to simulate faux sewing. That's always a great option if you don't feel like sewing or you don't know how to sew. There we go. There. I think that's kind of fun. And you could tear around the edges if you want to. If you don't want it, you could have backed it with another piece of colored paper, watercolor paper. So lots of different ways you can change this up a little bit. I like having the doily stick out down below. So next I want to add this on here, but I thought I would decorate this up a little bit. And I have my treat bags. So I wanted to tear out trying to find my pencil. There it is. And see how big. I'd like to get both these two flowers on here. So I think if we start maybe right about here, and then go down to maybe right about here, and then, yeah, that should work. Let's start with that. This will be fun to work in this journal once I've finished it. And kind of my plan is you know, once I finish decorating the basics with the Dollar Tree, or the pages with the Dollar Tree, then I'll use, you know, non-Dollar Tree stuff going forward as I work throughout the rest of the year in the journal. Still a little too wide. Make it a little bit narrower. There, that's kind of nice. And I think I'll stencil on the back of this, just really light. I'm really liking the tea-dyed color on here. I don't know why, but I am. And I try to do this swirly stencil. You probably can't even see it, but just to add a little bit of interest. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have finished your journal, and if you've done a video and I haven't seen it, let me know. I'll try to get caught up this weekend on the videos. But there's so many of them, which is awesome. And I noticed there's so many new channels that are just starting out, which I think is great. yeah, I want to finish this up. I need to get back to my Patreon makes for this month. I'm doing an in the garden theme, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to ink around the edges too. Yeah, I'm working on like a fairy, or not fairy, garden, some garden scenes, gardenscapes in my makes. I think I'll have kind of a mini journal for each patron in the bluegrass tier. And then I'm going to be doing some stuff with some vellum. And then I have some envelopes, or not envelopes, some napkins that I'm going to do some things with. I did a haul video recently, and I have some really cool napkins. Probably make some rice paper, I think. And I could sew around this as well, but I don't think I'm going to. There, I mean, this treat bag, I really like it a lot. I think it's very versatile. And I think I'm going to put it in the middle here, like that. And if I'm worried about this interfering with getting stuff in and out of this pocket, once I've glued these two together, I could put a little bit of tape around the edges. So I might do that. We'll see. I also am going to do some watercolor, or not watercolor, but some dyed papers this month for the patrons. So you don't want to butt it right up. You leave, I mean, like a sliver of a space between the envelope fold and the edge of the page. So yeah, so that's a fun little, and then we can add some fun little things in there. And then we'll have a pocket up top as well. And I'm just paper clipping those, so I know I need to put those two together. Cute. I like how this page turned out. I did want to cover up this 4 for $1. That, I feel like that red is just a little too aggressive. So I have this pretty flower sticker from the Dollar Tree. And we'll take care of that right there. And if I want to cover up the title there, I can just use a little piece of like this trim right here, or just a little scrap. I might just put a little scrap of paper right there, watercolored paper. But that doesn't seem to bother me as much as that big red 4 for $1. The next page decoration I want to show is a really simple but fun one, and that is doing a little fabric flip up. So I just teared a piece of the same fabric I've been using and added a little bit of that lace from the burlap and lace, and then I also have this from the Dollar Tree and added a little bit of that on top, and then sewed around the edges. And I'm just going to glue this at the top, and then we'll have a fun little hidden journaling spot. I love these fabric flips. I think they add a nice little interactive element to the journal. Nice little surprise. And then I could also add a pocket down there if I wanted to. And I will just just let that dry. And I'm going to let the strings hang off of that one. Cute. If I wanted to stencil, I could stencil on here or do some stamping. So lots of different options. Or I could just leave it blank so that I could have some hidden journaling. Another page decoration I wanted to do was with this watercolor doily. And I'm going to turn it into a pocket. Now this isn't anything new or anything, but instead of folding it all the way up to the top, I'm going to fold it just kind of to the top of this section right here. And then fold that. And then I'm going to fold it in half crosswise and line it up as best as possible. And then, and I don't want to tear my doily. And then what we're going to do is fold this back, not all the way to the edge, just almost to the edge. And then put that up like that. And then flip it over and do the same thing here. And line these up. And what you have then is you have a pocket here and a pocket here on both sides. And so I am going to just glue this edge down here. And flip that over. And then the same thing on this side. Glue the edge down. Have a little excess glue here. Wipe that up. And make a good crease, but you want to make sure you don't rip your doily. And then I have this page here. So on this side, I'm going to have a tuck coming out. But I thought it could be fun to also wrap this over the page. So I'm going to put this on this side and this on this side. Like that. And that way we have a tuck here and a tuck here. And then we also have a tuck here and a tuck here. And then you can still put things inside of your tuck as well. Let's review. I think there's 10 different decorating ideas I showed y'all today. So let's review those. So here we have this cute little cluster. We have this page here. So that's 2. We did the fabric flip. That's 3. Oh, and we did this simple little doily, watercolor doily with the sticker. So that's 4. We did this fun little page. That's 5. We did this circle punch. That's 6. We did this fun cutout page. That's 7. We did this little doily tuck. That's 8. Love that. We did this fun little flip out page. That's 9. And then showed you all this cool watercolor doily onto the page. And that's 10. Now I will come back and I'll do a final flip through and show you the final list of the 17 items that I used from the Dollar Tree to decorate this journal and make this journal. And then we'll wrap up with a final flip through. All right, thanks guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the love and so fun meeting all the new people that I've met through this new challenge. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.